Okay, I'm going to give you guys over $50 million worth of sales advice in less than 10 minutes. The first thing is never show up or have your sales rep show up to an appointment in a needy state. Humans have a sixth sense for neediness and fear. They can sense when you're trying to get them to do something or sell them or try to force some objective onto them. Show up like you just closed 5 deals in a row and you wanted to go home, but you know what? I guess you'll take one other appointment. You're relaxed, but you really don't need anything because you have plans and you just don't even know if it's the right customer. Never show up to an appointment trying to get them to like you or seeking approval. Instead, show up to decide if you think they're qualified and if you approve of them. They can immediately sense this and they'll start working harder to make you like them, to convince you of things, all different types of stuff. Just never show up in a needy state. The second thing is anytime they kind of show any red flags. And these red flags are typically things like, hey, I'm just letting you know, Grant, we're not doing anything until next quarter. We're not doing anything until next week. I'm just letting you know, we're not buying anything today. These are protective measures that people do when either one, you're being too salesy as a sales rep, or two, they are trying to protect themselves. So they have a cop out to not do it. When you see this, it's something to pay attention to, but it's also a good sign where they're basically saying, hey, Grant, I buy a lot of stuff. I'm very easily sold. So I'm just letting you know, I'm probably going to buy from you, but please don't make me do it. That's basically what they're saying. So when they say things like this, just be like, oh, yeah, cool. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I mean, we don't even know if it's a good fit yet, but yeah, that's cool. Just be so nonchalant. Or, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Just be so nonchalant that it confuses them. They're like, wait, does this guy even make money from sales? Like, what is going on? They need to be stunned. This is called breaking preoccupation. One of my best door-to-door reps, he was crazy. He would go up to people's doors and lay like in the planking position on the floor. And they'd be like, sir, are you okay? And he's like, oh, sorry, I was just planking real quick. And he would go into his pitch and he would literally close deals because they were so confused what the hell he was doing. Their first instinct wasn't, oh, this guy's trying to sell me. The first instinct was, what the hell is this guy doing in my front yard? So you need to break preoccupation to get them in their most natural, trusting, and relaxed state. No matter how good you are at sales, if you cannot get people into this state, you will never be able to close deals and make a bunch of money. All right. Next thing that you want to do is build rapport and build a connection with these people. You do this by being authentic and not agreeing with everything that they agree with, not lying and saying you like the things that they like. In fact, if you disagree, say you disagree, but just simply connect with them. Rapport is meant to say, you know what? I'm more like you than I thought. Wow, we have some common ground. And sometimes that common ground or interest could be they're from a city or a state that you've never been to, and this is your first time there, and you're asking them, what's the best thing to do there? What are the best parts of it? Do they want to stay there? Connect with them in some capacity. You want to show that you're human, right? I have another sales rep I had. One of the things he always did is on his iPad, he always had a wedding picture of him and his wife. He loved his wife. He had a great wife, and people would always ask about it. His reasoning was that he wanted people to look at him like a normal human being that has a dog, that has kids, that has a wife, that is, has any normal day struggles and fun and success like anybody else. Because if they look at you like a number and a sales rep and you treat them like that, they're going to treat you like that, and you cannot close deals that way. Next is credibility. Credibility fixes all bad attitudes, and it improves every single person's personality and respect to you. Your jokes get funnier, deals become easier, people like you more, you name it, there is a benefit. The secret here is to show proof. Be very nonchalant. Drop your tone. All right, I'll kind of give you an example. I'll give you kind of my background, and I'll give it in a tone which would be similar to being an appointment. So let's say we segue out of rapport, and I'd go, yeah, and just real quick to give you guys a background. I've been in the residential solar space for 4 or 5 years. My companies have done almost 60 million in sales, thousands of installs. So there's not really a situation I haven't seen yet in the industry. And I could go along on my stuff, but I just want you to hear the tonality. So what we're here to do today is XYZ, and I don't want to get ahead of ourselves because we don't even know if it's a good fit yet. So what I'm going to do is break down the details just so you kind of understand how XYZ works. Then we'll take a look at XYZ and see if it's a fit. And if it is, we'll help you guys out. And if not, it's no big deal. Is that cool with you guys? You see how I just did that? I was very nonchalant. I established credibility. I set the expectation of what is going to happen today, that we're going to move forward if this happens, and they just mutually agreed to it. Okay? So it's credibility and then pre-framing the outcome that is mutually agreed upon between the two parties. Many times people don't do what we want them to do, not because they're not down to, not because you don't have a great product or even you're a great salesperson, but because it was never mutually agreed upon. Y'all had two separate perspectives and expectations. So why did it not work? Y'all weren't on the same page. You have to make sure you and your prospects are on the same page. So if you guys like this video, comment an emoji, your perspective, anything down there below, because that pushes it out, helps more people. Like and subscribe to watch more videos. Also, guys, I have a business mentorship group for startup founders all the way to 9-figure CEOs. If you guys would like to apply, click the link below, grantmittconsulting.com, and book a quick call. Other than that, hope you guys have an incredible week. Hope to see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Have an awesome one.